Hey everybody, Arnaldo here, broadcasting from Fidelio's Frequency. Welcome to my channel. As you probably saw from the thumbnail and the title of the video, today's video features a review of a turntable, the Angel's Horn AH1. This turntable, full disclosure, was sent to me by Angel's Horn with the intention of me to test it out and to also post a video review. I will be very impartial in my opinion, and I'll give you my honest thoughts about this turntable. But before we get to that, let's do a quick unboxing. Let's see what's inside the box that they sent me and a very, very quick setup of the turntable. So I'll see you back right after this quick unboxing video. As you probably saw from the unboxing video, you can definitely see how well packaged the turntable is. It is not only included inside the product box, but the product box is also shipped inside a corrugated brown box. So it's not rattling around. Everything is very well padded and packed, and the item arrived free of damages. And now the setup. As you probably saw from the video, it comes with not only a quick start guide, which is this one right here, but also an instruction manual. And I'd have to say that the instruction manual is quite thorough. Very good pictures, very, I would say, accurate description and instructions. I followed those instructions just to make sure that it was properly laid out And even though I have set up other turntables before, and I probably didn't need to, just for completeness of this review, I wanted to make sure that if I were to start off not knowing anything about a turntable, I would be able to set it up with the instruction manual. So I'd have to say it kind of passes. Some people, I've read some other reviews where people have said that the instruction manual wasn't that great. Maybe it was an older version of the instruction manual. I had no problem following the directions in the instruction manual. More importantly, the setup guide. If you take a look at the setup guide, you'll see that there is a QR code, which if you scan it, it takes you to the first a screen where you can select the turntable that you have. Unfortunately, the AH1 is not listed, so I was kind of miffed by that. Maybe you guys should update the menu of which turntable to select, or that little prompt in order to select and go directly to the AH1. So I clicked on another one, and eventually I saw the model that they sent me, the AH1, and those videos are pretty well done. They show you, they demonstrate how to install, first of all, to verify that all the pieces are there, and also how to put on, how to install the belt, the counterweight, the anti-skate. All of that is pretty much covered, even how to connect it from the back. So a plethora of videos on their YouTube account where you can select. If you have any difficulty in setting up the turntable, you can select the video and you can see a demonstration. Good manuals, good quick setup guide, and good videos on their website. Speaking of the setup, when I tried to check to see if the pre-mounted cartridge was properly mounted, they also give you the protractor, and that is supposed to tell you if it is properly aligned and is set on the tone arm properly. I'm talking about the cartridge, and I did notice that it was slightly misaligned, and you just have to tinker a little bit very carefully with the screws and make sure that it is properly aligned on these parallel lines. So maybe for the target audience of this turntable, I would recommend that the company focus a little bit more on making sure that the pre-mounted cartridge is really accurately mounted. When I tried to put on the counterweight for the anti-skate, I did notice that the little cord, or the nylon string where the little weight hangs from, is a little bit too short in my opinion. I would have preferred it to have a little bit more slack, or at least where the knot was tied, it was a little too tight. So that was just me. It could have been just the one that they sent me. I have read reviews where people have complained about the counterweight, and maybe it fell off, the nylon string fell off, or the weight fell off the nylon string, and the company was very quick to send a replacement one. The turntable, I think, has a very good build. It is of a very, I want to say it has some heft. So I would say it weighs about 12 pounds, and that is quite good as opposed to some other turntables in this range, in this price range. They're made out of plastic. This turntable is made out of wood. It's not solid wood, but it's MDF, nicely finished, probably with laminate to make it look like it is wood. Very pleasant color, at least the one that I was sent, and I guess it really serves its purpose, because when I tested out the turntable, it didn't feel chintzy or, cheap. So I guess that's a very good plus for Angel Sword. They give you also a nice die-cast aluminum, I think it's aluminum platter. It's quite heavy, and it also has a metal tone arm. So there is a good quality of materials for this price point in this turntable. It does come pre-mounted with a cartridge, the Audio-Technica AT3600L, which is the same cartridge that Audio-Technica mounts on their own entry-level turntable. When you start it up, I'd have to say that the turntable does have a little bit of noise that you can hear from the motor, especially if you're very, very close to it and there's no music playing. I paid close attention and I could hear a little bit of the motor spinning, but I guess you can't ask for too much on a turntable in this price range. There are several ways you can connect this turntable. I tested out 2 of them. The first one, the easiest one, was via Bluetooth. It's very easy to pair the device, the turntable to your speaker, so to your Bluetooth speaker. Works like a charm. Put it in pairing mode, make sure that it connects, and then you just fire it up. And I have to say the sound quality is not exceptional, is not as good as your wired connection, but it's definitely decent. Maybe even not as good as if you're streaming from your phone, from your iTunes or whatever library you have. But it's respectable and it's very quick and easy and it gets you going, right? It also has a connection, a line out, which is after their preamp, because it comes with a built-in with a preamp, and the line out is through RCA cables, and you can plug it into directly an auxiliary input on your receiver, and it comes with a phono out. And here's what I have to say is that they don't give you a ground wire. They show you how to do that in the video. You don't have a ground wire, so I didn't connect it that way. I connected it with the RCA cables on the line out. And the last way to connect your turntable, which also I didn't try out, is through the USB cable. You can connect it directly to your PC, and you can probably rip whatever you're listening to, provided that you get the proper software to rip the input from the turntable. I will have to say, in the booklet, I believe in the section where they show you all the contents of the box, they even show you the RCA cables, which I thought they forgot to include in the packaging. And I emailed my contact at Angel's Horn asking them if there was supposed to be a set of RCA cables, and they said unfortunately not, that the manual has to be revised and they have to remove those RCA cables because I guess several people have asked if something was missing. They offered to send me, I haven't received it yet, they did offer to send me a pair of RCA cables, but I also told them I have RCA cables and I could easily connect it, so that wasn't a problem for me. But if I have to say, rather than including a USB cable, probably it would be more useful to include a set of RCA cables. So one of the things I was curious to test out about the turntable was its speed accuracy. Now, take this with a grain of salt, but there are several apps out there that allow you to test the speed, the accuracy of the speed of a turntable. And I've downloaded a few of them. You take them with a grain of salt first if they're working properly, and second, you have to also take into account that your cell phone weighs more than your record. It could possibly slow down your turntable in doing so, but I guess it comes with the limitations of the app and the way you're actually measuring it. So I tried to do that, and as you could probably see from the video, there are different ways that you could have adjusted the speed, and it's off by just a little bit. It's not really a lot. There are more complicated ways where you'd have to unscrew quite a few things and tinker with it more in detail, which is a process that I did not want to get into. Or you can just play around with the pitch knob that is there. Now, it's really interesting to see how they included a pitch knob on a turntable that really is meant for beginners. I've seen pitch knobs on DJ turntables, so maybe they're trying to emulate that. But if you're not putting some type of strobe device and the little geodisc or something that can tell you how to get to the accurate speed, I think the pitch knob is not really that useful. But think again, because the speed that the turntable provides is really probably not as precise as I would want it, the pitch knob does come in handy. The only thing is you have to have your cell phone with the app running on the turntable, and you have to slightly turn the pitch knob so that you can get the accurate speed. And mind you, I only really had to tweak it a little bit to get it perfectly at 33 1/3 and at 45 RPM. And one more thing that this turntable does not offer is the automatic return. For me, it's totally not a problem. Actually, my turntable does not even have the auto return, so I have to get up at the end of each side to lift the tone arm and put it back if I stop listening to it. For some people, for beginners, probably it would be useful, especially because some of these entry-level turntables do have a automatic return feature. I will have to say, I didn't leave it running at the end of the side for that much longer, but I did read other reviews where people were saying it has an automatic shutoff. Once it is spinning on the end groove for maybe a couple of minutes, it has a feature where the turntable automatically shuts off. And now my final thoughts on this Angel's Horn AH1. Let's start off with the pros. I have to say, I was really impressed by the build and the sound that was coming out of this turntable. I wasn't expecting much, especially at that price point, but I would have to say that the number one feature, the number one pro of this turntable, it is that it offers the best value, quality, price under $200. It is, you could find it on Amazon, I believe also on their site for $160. If you compare that to the entry-level Audio-Technica, which runs around the same price, the LP60X, you will not get the same quality, the same build as this Angel's Horn AH1. It has the same cartridge, the 3600 Audio-Technica 3600L, but it's made of plastic. The body of the turntable of the Audio-Technica is made out of plastic. It's light. It doesn't have the USB connection. Granted, I would never use a USB connection, but the Angel's Horn does offer the USB connection, and the Audio-Technica does not offer the Bluetooth connection. The Angel's Horn AH1 gives you also the Bluetooth connection. So the features and the sound that the Angel's Horn AH1 offers is unbeatable, in my opinion, at that price point, as an really, really entry-level sub $200 turntable. Second pro is the ease of the setup. Whether you are following the instructions on the instructions manual, or you're looking at the various tutorials that the company has provided on YouTube, on their YouTube channel, you can't go wrong. Even if you've never set up a turntable before, I'm sure you can get this one right. Another plus is the build. Like I said earlier, MDF wood base, as well as a die-cast aluminum platter and also an aluminum tone arm. And finally, I've mentioned it several times, I was pleasantly surprised by the sound. Yes, you can upgrade to a better cartridge. The AT3600L is a very basic cartridge. I was impressed with the sound that came out of it. I played a few records and it had a nice punch, nice soundstage. I could not complain. For a turntable under $200, you cannot go wrong. And now some of the faults that I found in the turntable. I mentioned it earlier, and I have to say the number one fault is the speed accuracy and the consistency of the rotation speed. Whether or not it's perceptible to your ear, and you'll actually notice it, but the pitch knob does help a little bit. So I would say, yes, probably they could improve on the speed accuracy. RCA cables should be included in the package rather than USB cable. I really don't see that many people hooking it up to their PC to rip music, when nowadays most music is available digitally anyway, so maybe you should rethink that Angel's horn and include RCA cables rather than a USB cable. And lastly, not a big deal for me, probably for 80% of the people that will be using it is not a big deal. The auto return feature where the tone arm comes back to its resting position at the end of the side. So not a big deal for me. So do I recommend the Angel's Horn AH1? Yes. If you're looking to spend less than $200, and currently I've seen offers for around $160, I would say this is a no-brainer. If you're new to vinyl, if you're just getting curious about spinning records, then this is the perfect solution for you, even if you don't have a setup like an amplifier and speakers and you only have a Bluetooth. This is your best choice, in my opinion. And if you're an audiophile and you have a very expensive system, but you have younger children that you do not want anywhere near your expensive gear, so then you want to get them started off because they're curious about vinyl, this is the perfect choice for you. Thank you so much to Angel Horn for sending me this turntable, for opening my mind, actually. I was very pleasantly surprised. So thank you again to them for giving me the chance to learn about their gear, their turntable, and to give me the opportunity to talk to others about their turntable. Thank you so much for watching, and next video, I promise, will not be about gear. We'll be talking about music once again. But I want to thank everyone for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, so all you have to do is just click that subscription button. And feel free to leave a comment if you want to know anything that I may not have covered in this video about the turntable. And I guess that's it for now. I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.